Finally getting out fishing. It's been about 100 degrees for the last 3 days. Today, or I should say last night, this morning, all of that blew away. You can see it's overcast. It's going to be about 80 to 82 degrees today. So hopefully this break in the weather is going to lead for some good fishing. Today I'm going to be throwing swim bait on an 1/8 ounce weighted hook. Spinner bait with a trailer. And should I break that off or all else fail, I'm going to throw some Strike Kings weightless. See what I can pull out of the water that way. It's a beautiful morning. I'm ready to go.
Please hang up and try again.
Back again. I've got another, hour this morning. Yesterday was a lot cooler. Today it's again in the 80s, and then we're supposed to get right back up into the hundreds again for another 3 or 4 days. I am going to attack it with a swim bait and a worm again. I had a couple of bites yesterday, but that was it. A couple of strong bites on a worm. Otherwise, nothing. Not seeing a whole lot of action down here again today. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that absolutely sucked. Those 2 days, I went again this morning, nothing. A couple of things. It's a really super close place to the house, so the convenience of going down and being able to get a line wet is absolutely fantastic. The drawback is I'm not the only one doing it. And there's a guy that's gone down there recently. I've seen him actually the whole time I've been down there, and I think he's been going there long before I ever discovered the place and started fishing down there, that he started yanking them out. He takes them home, eats them, that kind of thing. He's caught a 5-pounder, a 4-pounder, last year at the end of the year, and has been fishing there and taking them home ever since. And 2 weeks ago, I think the last time I was down there, other than today, he was yanking them out of the water in the evening when I was down there. Had a stringer full of them. So the hard part about that area is that they get yanked out of the water often. It's high pressure. Once it does fill up with the fish again, they're pretty tough to catch, right? And I also went in the worst conditions. A storm blew through a day and a half ago, and today is supposed to be the hottest day this week. I think we're supposed to get up to the 90s, so it was pretty high pressure. So as far as fishing goes, it probably wasn't the best time to go. So scrap all this. I'd love to throw up a fishing video where I'm catching them. Unfortunately, that's not going to work out. So what I'm going to end up doing is just kind of talking about the first memories I really have, or at least what I was brought up in. And I really have to kind of give credit to my father. My father probably planted that seed, and my grandfather, Grandpa John, he came in and watered it. I think between the two of them, they really kind of put all that in me, or at least gave me that passion, or ignited that passion for me. They both tried with golf, and that didn't obviously stick with me. Just not a golfer. I enjoy it, but it's not something I get up and want to go do every day. The strong memories I have of fishing, Lake Ouachita. Going out, camping the first time I was there. I think I've been there twice, and I'm so old now. It's been over 20 years, so I don't remember. Maybe even close to 30 years. It's so hard for me to remember. I was probably 7 or 10 years old. But we camped the first time, and I think the second time we actually stayed at the resort. But getting out and fishing on a lake where the bass were schooling, I have big memories of schooling fish and going out and chasing them as they broke and hit all the shad in deep water, and just throwing top water out and trying to reel them in. But I also have real strong memories of sitting on a dock with a can of, it came in a green can, memory serves me correctly, with a little screen on the side and a screen on the top full of crickets, and I'd reach in and grab a cricket, throw it on a hook, and catch bluegill on the dock all day. It was so much fun. Another memory I have is eating pie and ice cream early in the morning, right? Well, like, what kid's not gonna like love that and think that's, I mean, it blew my mind at that age. I was like, pie and ice cream for breakfast? Okay. I really enjoyed those times. Table Rock Lake, have a place on there, live there. Both of them do now, so they get out and fish there a lot. We went to, I think it was in Toledo Bend, or we went to Toledo Bend with my father. That was amazing. That was great. Just really cool memories like that, and hitting some really cool lakes. And there's a lot of lakes I'd love to go fish right now, especially now that I'm 43 years older. I'm at that point in life where I want to go hit some of these other lakes, Lake Okeechobee, Lake Fork, some of these other things that I'm seeing. I'm watching YouTube. I'm a big fan of Lunkers TV, Lake Fork guy. Oh my gosh, the Guggen Squad and everybody in it, Flair, all those guys, right? John B. Dude, there's a ton of great guys out there that are creating great content and have had channels for a long time, and here I am trying to start this out. But a lot of the lakes that they go fish, I'd love to go fish sometime. I'd love to go out and see some of these other areas and actually travel and make it somewhat of a vacation, go down and fish for a week or 4 or 5 days or 2 days or whatever the case might be, and enjoy it. But I've also got kids. I got a 9-year-old daughter and I got a 2-year-old son. 2-year-old son's not really the fishing yet. But it gives him and me something to look forward to. But my 9-year-old daughter's starting to ask me, and was asking me this summer, can I go fishing with you? I have all these great memories, and now it's going to, or at least I feel the obligation right now to create these memories for her. And it's not that I'm obliged to. I want to. I really want to create these memories for her. I want to get her out on the water. I don't want her to go through the tough days of fishing that I had, this kind of thing, or she's never going to get into it. I've done some research. Todd Harrington is a local guide up here, runs a river south of here. I'm in Portland. Runs a river like, what do they call it, like a guide service, where he's bragging about, it's not unusual for them to go out and get 100 plus smallmouths a day on a particular stretch of river. And they go until October. It's September now. So I'm hoping that maybe this next month, maybe I'll reach out and see kind of what that runs, and then taking a day or two with Maggie and going out and experiencing that, and having her experience that, and really have her catch that love of fishing. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Hopefully it'll be another video to look forward to, but it's probably going to be the end of October when that goes down, if that goes down. From here, really, I just wanted to kind of touch on this. I just wanted to share some of those experiences that I had, some of those great memories, and I really didn't elaborate on them. They're just fun. It's just, I really, really enjoy it. I love the challenge of it now that I'm older. I used to really, I wouldn't even fish in the back of the boat, and my dad would tell me, you're not going to catch any if you don't throw any. And, I'd be sitting there wallowing in my own self-pity because I'm not catching any fish, and throw one out and literally catch a fish, and then it would piss him off. It was kind of funny, actually. I enjoy it now, and it's something that I really enjoy doing. It's definitely something I'm going to keep doing, and I really want this channel to take off. I'm going to try my best to create some decent content here. It's challenging. I'm running into a big challenge with a full-time job, 2 kids, and a wife and a family to take care of. In order to go out and create content, it's hard to get out and fish every day when I've only got like a 24 or 48 hour window to go do it. And if I do that, that means to my wife I'm out fishing all the time, and then we start talking about divorce lawyers and all the rest of that. Who wants to do that? Just kidding. So there's that balance that I've got to maintain. The channel that I've got set out in the original title that I ran for a while, that hook set PDX, which is still me, but I talked about doing some gear reviews. I'm really on the fence about that. On the plus side, it's going to give me some time to sit down and vlog and do some things at home. On the minus side, a couple of things. I'm not for sure that I want this to be a gear review channel. I'm just getting back into fishing after a 15-year break. I don't know that I can sit here and pontificate to everybody out there. I know there's plenty of people out there that know way more than I do right now, that I'm eligible or smart enough to get out there and tell you, oh, this is great, this is awesome, this is what's working. I don't know that I'm in a position to do that. I find myself buying, when I'm buying baits and I'm buying gear, and I'm sure everybody suffers from this, but I find myself buying things that look good to me or that I think will catch fish. I'm from my childhood, I'm a big spinnerbait, swim bait, fisherman, crankbait. Those three, that especially from my younger days, that action, casting and reeling, you know, working the bait, figuring it out, what's going to make fish bite. I really like that. I am definitely not so good at worm fishing, jig fishing, and just to name a few. And I've never even tried a drop shot yet. I did buy a spinning setup. They're clearanced out a bunch of KVD rods at Cabela's out here, so I bought 3 cranking rods and a spinning rod. They were like 30 bucks a piece for normally $130 or $150 rods, so why wouldn't I buy them? So I stocked up at least on those, and then I'm pitching some loose reels. But I don't know that that's the way I want the channel to go. I don't know that I'm at a point now where I can really sit and pontificate to you guys. That's the second time I'm using the word. Boy, I'm really trying to sound smart for you. That I'm in the position to sit here and tell you guys what to do or what's going to work. And besides, I think fishing in Portland is going to be completely different than fishing in Texas or fishing in Florida or any of the rest of it. I enjoy watching the YouTube channels. I enjoy that content. I really do. It's really inspired me to create my own content. I love getting on here and editing videos and playing with sounds and just trying to change things up and do the best I can with it. I could really use your help right now. I've only got about 4 subscribers. I'm going to try to set a SMART goal. I'd like to get to 50. 50 to 100, 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000. I'm going to try to do this the best I can. I'm going to try to create as much content as I can. Some of them might be vlogs. I'm really trying to make a lot of them fishing focused, but I really like your help. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, give me some comments. Hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And to my 4 subscribers that I have now, thank you. I will mix up the channel a little bit and probably talk about the truck or shooting or some of the other things that I like, but right now really it's going to be fishing focused. Thank you guys. Get out there, get after it, share your passion. Thanks.